evening and welcome to of course. And good evening and welcome to Centralia High School, or Centralia Tiger Stadium, not actually at the high school. Tony Davila hearing you. That'll at the bottom of the standings. Unfortunately for these two teams, Centralia comes in at 1-7 in the West region in the NWAC, and Grays Harbor comes in at 0-7. The one win for Centralia was over this Grays Harbor team in Grays Harbor. That was a 3-1 win over the Chokers, with Amanda Jameson getting the hat trick for the Tigers for the Blazers. And that one, Grays Harbor got a goal from Adriana in that one as well. So that was a good matchup. Puerta not starting in this match. Not sure if she is here. There are not a lot of players on the sideline available for the Grays Harbor Chokers in this one. And there will be the Ball Shaggers as usual that come out for the Blazers game. Tonight it is the Timberwolves of Morton White Pass, the U12 team, I believe. That they will be the Ball Shaggers throughout this game. Coming in, the Blazers, as I said, are 1-7. They have scored 5 goals, allowed 41 in the regional. The Grays Harbor Chokers have scored 1 goal and allowed 41 as well. The 1 goal they scored was against Centralia on the 22nd, and that was the last game that either team really was going to be super excited to be playing, and they will be happy for this game as well. Haley Perkinson will get the start in goal for the Blazers, and Annalise Huntamer is the goalkeeper for Grays Harbor. And the starters will be, and now I'll go over the starters here. Centralia, they start in goal: Haley Perkinson, Lindsay Hutchings, Peyton Chapin, Gabby Novoworski, Taylor Sarson, Madison Hull, Ashlyn Rushton, Lauren Denholm, Amanda Jameson, Jana Gert, and Lucy Sevilla are the starters for Centralia. The starters for Grays Harbor: Annalise Huntamer in goal, Alicia Cervantes, Taylor Coker, Maya Hurd, Amanda Brandt, Alex Wilson, Courtney Cashin, Rachel Rule, Emma Skinner, Taylor Niles, and Destiny Cusada are the other starters for Grays Harbor. Rachel Rule, a player that went to Black Hills, so some of these players, especially Taylor Sarson for the Blazers, will know what Rule can do because Sarson was a player at Tumwater. All right, that I believe will do it for the pregame show, as they are still announcing starters. They will do the national anthem, and when we come back, it'll be game time between Centralia and Grays Harbor in women's soccer after this on the Eli Sports Network. And welcome back to Centralia Tiger Stadium. Tony Divey here. Heather Beatty going to run the camera and do the producing duties for me. National anthem is over, and now all we have left to do is get on with the game. Head coach for the Centralia Blazers is going to be Horst Malionot, and for the Grays Harbor Chokers, their head coach, I just saw it not too long ago. Where'd my paperwork go? I am not sure. I am sorry to Grays Harbor. I do not know your coach's name. I don't have an official roster, so I will apologize. Don't know your coach's name. As the ARs make their way to the nets, checking on them, make sure they are good, in line, and ready to go. And the Blazers in their huddle on the far side of the field. Chokers are going to make their way out onto the field. Chokers will be in the blue uniforms, white numbers, black shorts. Blazers in their all whites with blue numbers and yellow trim. And the Blazers will be going from right to left on the field. And Ballshagger on the far side of the field is on the field. And the coach on the far side, the big thick line, that is the football field in line, not the soccer in line. Now they're in the right spot. Blazers will get the opening kick, and that will be Jana Gert in the middle of the field. And the Blazers are going to work a bit of an odd lineup going forward. They've got 5 up top, 4 right now. They'll be running a 4-3-3. But a pass up the field goes into the area of Novoworski. Going to go and try to run that down. That is Gabby Novoworski. Not Noralski. That's the wrong team. She plays for White River in soccer. She's a good player. Throw in on the far side. I've done a lot of activities already this week. Throw in up the field. Goes through ball. Will it go in? No, it just is pushed wide by the Blazers. Early start. Early push across was no good. And I think that was Novoworski that ended up with that shot. Goal kick taken. Huntamer plays it back, and ball is going to be taken by Maya Hurd of the Chokers. Hurd makes her way down the field. Rule was not expecting the pass, never looked back for it. And coming out with the ball is going to be Taylor Coker. Coker will play it back to the keeper. Keeper goes to the sideline and over the foot of Alex Wilson. Throw in for the Blazers. Lucy Sevilla will run down to throw in. Sevilla, her throw goes over Jamison. Jamison turns trying to take a shot. That'll end up in the middle of the field. Taylor Sarson tried to cross it, no good. Sevilla will knock it down. Novoworski trying to win the ball back, and she will do just that. Goes down. 2 players go down. No call. This is college. And they let the contact go. Push forward. Chokers have it at midfield. Back it goes to the Blazers. Long pass through, trying to run that one down. Ball goes into the box a little too far in front of the intended target. I believe that was Jamison on the run. That was not Jamison. Can't quite see the number from here yet. And that was Novoworski that was making that long run down the sideline. Couldn't catch up to it. Throw in Blazers. As we are 3 minutes in. Chip over the top. Ball stays in play. Header goes up into the air. Blazers trying to keep it in play, looking for a crossing option. Cross will come in, and that'll be caught by the keeper and Huntamer. Up the field it goes quickly to Maya Hurd. Hurd trying to make a run. That'll go out. It'll be a throw, though, for Chokers. Throwing in will be Hurd. Over the head of Rule. And Novoworski gets that one down the field. Sarson trying to run it down, no good. Rule will cut back to it. Taken back by Novoworski. Pass forward intended for Lauren Denholm, and that'll go out for a throw for the Blazers. Jamison will throw in on the far side of the field. High throw towards Novoworski. Somehow beat the double team, but that goes to the back line and is crushed out of there by Amanda Brandt. Ball comes in, and there's another save by Huntamer. That one coming from distance. And Annalise not going to let that one roll by. Big kick. Gets it to midfield. Rule will knock it down, trying to run it down. And Rule will get there before Sevilla. Rachel Rule stops, turns. Holds the ball, tries to go to Hurd, and that'll just be pushed out of play. Turning and clearing was Madison Hall. Hurd will throw in. Maya. Longer throw, but too hard off the leg of Taylor Coker. And the Blazers will work the ball up the field. Sarson looking to clear it up, gets it up to Denholm. Denholm tries to go near side to Jamison, but that's cut off. And moving down the field was Alex Wilson. It'll tip off of one of the Chokers, throw in coming for the Blazers. As we are 6 minutes in, no score. Centralia Blazers and the Grays Harbor Chokers. There was a handball not called. Ball goes back to Sevilla. Sevilla over the top. And that will roll out and be a throw for the Chokers deep in their own territory. Deep in their defensive third. As one of the ball shaggers goes and runs it down, waiting for somebody to come and collect it. Now they will. Throwing in, it's going to be Alex Wilson. Towards Rule, back to Wilson. Wilson was setting up for a big kick. It goes nowhere. That comes up to Rule at midfield. Rule on the run. Going around Sevilla, stop, back heel to herself. Rule, back heel again. Turns, goes towards Hurd, but Hurd jumped over the ball. I think she was offsides anyway when the ball was played. Goal kick coming. Haley Perkinson will take it. Ball flicked forward by Novoworski towards Denholm. Denholm couldn't quite get there. Rule will run it down for the Chokers. Gets one through, but that's cut off and taken away by Madison Hull. Hull loses the possession. Trying to push it back up was the Chokers. Running that one back down, though, it's going to be Emma Skinner. Skinner, long lead pass down the far sideline. Trying to lead Taylor Niles. Niles will come back to it. Goes to Quezada. Quezada is going to be cut off by Peyton Chapin. Lots of dribbling. Bad pass to the middle of the field taken back by the Chokers. Rule will have it for Grays Harbor. And too long for Wilson to the sideline. Throw in coming for the Blazers. Sevilla will throw in. Lucy, her throw goes off of Hurd, who was streaking forward. Quezada with it. Quezada with a long lead pass. Ball will come forward. Shot from distance goes wide. That shot, Taylor Niles was trying to catch Haley Perkinson off her line and almost did. That'll end up being a goal kick for the Blazers. That was a big counter, almost goal for the Grays Harbor Chokers. Ball goes to the back line, settled by Amanda Brandt. That one goes up the field. Chapin will send it back to Perkinson, who will get under it. Perkinson, it goes off the chest, though, of Denholm and back towards the defensive third of the field for the Blazers. Touch forward, coming back with it, trying to go to one of the forwards. Sent back by the back line of the Blazers. Blazers going to run it down. Novoworski gets it by Wilson. Wilson will come back to it. That'll go up the sideline. Trying to lead Amanda Jamison, who did have the hat trick against Grays Harbor in their first matchup. Sevilla will throw in. Up the field, turning, trying to center it. That ball will go to the middle of the field. Long shot by Novoworski. That'll go wide. Goal kick coming for the Chokers. But that's what you got to do if you are the Blazers. Start shooting from everywhere you can. Shoot from distance and hope you get lucky. Ball to the middle of the field. Play through, good ball in, but coming out just a little bit too long for Gert to get there. Nice setup by Jamison. Played it well, but playing it better was Annalise Huntamer. Ball goes out of play, throw in coming for the Blazers. Blazers throw, sent out of play. That'll be a throw deeper down the field. Going to run that down. Is one of the Chokers. Now it's one of the Timberwolf ball shaggers. We'll go and grab that. High throw in. Turning on it is Jamison. Jamison tries to take a shot. It's deflected, and that ball gets pushed out of bounds. Throw in coming for the Blazers. Trying to get some motion. Ball will go back to the sideline. High cross. Novoworski trying to get onto it. Ran into a wall, but ball will go back to Sevilla. Sevilla tries to take a lefty shot, and that'll go wide, a goal. Goal kick coming for the Chokers. Huntamer will take this. Ball settled by the chokers. They'll try to cross it. Denholm trying to run it down. Hurd will get there first. Maya will turn and clear that one. It first before Rule could get there. Hurd will have a throw in. High throw, nobody really in the area. Jameson will win it. I think she was intending to get to Kata, didn't put enough on it. The cross goes wide of everything and out of play. Goal kick coming for the Blazers, and Haley Perkinson will take it. Perkinson, who does some camera work for us, helping us out from time to time. Nicest person you could meet. Montesano graduate. There's a handball not called on the near side. And that'll be a throw to the Blazers. Sevilla will throw in. Header high into the air. We'll go out back to the Blazers. Centered by the back line of Grays Harbor, and that'll roll all the way back to Annalise Huntamer. Ball down the field, blocked. Trying to run it back down as Taylor Sarson couldn't get there in time, but a good job jumping in front of that pass. Heads up play. Ball goes back down the field, and that'll be turned and cleared on by Taylor Coker. Throw in. Blazers sent high into the air, trying to run it down as Jameson. Jameson will get it up top, chips one towards goal. That'll go wide, but it'll still be caught by Huntamer. Annalise sends it away. Jameson, the Yelm graduate. Throw in for Grays Harbor. Grays Harbor will try to head it forward. It'll go off of one of the Blazers and out of play. So another throw coming high into the air. That'll be sent back up the field by the Blazers, but only for the moment. Coming up with it is Kuzada. And that'll be scooped up by Haley Perkinson as she tries to shoot from deep. Up the field trying to lead Jameson. Coming up to it instead is Ashton Rustin, one of the Toledo players. Ex-Toledo player, now she's a Blazer player. Clear up the field, long clearance by Coker, and Perkinson will stand at the top of the 18 and pick that up. Big booming kick by Perkinson. Novoworski will come down with it, takes a hard touch, goes off of her knee. That'll go downfield. Hutchings trying to run it down. No, that's Madison Hull. It'll be laid off for Rachel Rule, who will cross, and getting there was Hull. Good job jumping in front of Emma Skinner. Skinner would have had an easy one-on-one as Jameson makes a run down the field, and that's pushed out of play by Amanda Brandt. Sevilla will throw in. Sevilla, the Napavine graduate. Ball to the middle of the field to Novoworski. And this ball will roll down the field. Perkinson will come out to clear that one and gets a hold of it. Perkinson unloading on some of these. Denholm in the middle of the field. Ball couldn't quite get to her. Novoworski trying to go forward. Here comes a run. Chapin going to slide and clear that one out before Taylor Niles could get there. Throw in. And trying to work that far sideline, trying to make something happen to get a cross in is the Chokers. Player goes down. And the Blazers will clear out. Denholm loses the possession. Long pass in, cut off, and sent out of play. That'll go off of Hull. And it'll be a throw coming for the Chokers. Throw in now that they got the ball forward. Rule will go run it down. Rule set up, long kick. Players coming in. Perkinson trying to let it go. She has to let it go as that ball had some spin on it. Keeps on rolling. Hurd tried for the Meg but didn't work out. She'll have a throw instead. Throw in. Rule has it in the 18. Tapped away by Taylor Sarson. Pass comes in. Jamison trying to run it down. That'll go to Novoworski. Novoworski up to Gert. Gert down the far sideline. Back to Jana Gert. Gert, who went to Ani, making a long run. Jana Gert trying to get into the 18, gets cut off instead. And that'll be pushed out of play off of the Chokers. Blazers are going to make a couple of subs. Going out is Denholm. And Gert. Coming in was Haley Stubb out of Monty. And Natalie Coleman. Throw in coming for the Blazers. Ball bounces around, and that'll be cleared off of the leg of one of the Chokers. Throw in goes to the Chokers. Nobody really taking control here. Lots of back and forth. The Blazers have had some better opportunities. Nobody there on that throw. Everybody in one spot down the field. Hull tried to launch that one back up the sideline. Didn't work. That'll go out for a throw for Grace Harbor. Now they'll have it. Throw in coming. It looks like that is going to be Coker going to throw in. Blazers will have a throw in. To the middle of the field, missed by Cusada. This will go to the sideline, trying to get over the top, and will. Here comes a run by the Chokers, making their way down the field, and that'll be tapped out by one of the Blazers. I believe that was Chapin that got there. Ball to the middle of the field, knocked away by Stubb. Stubb trying to run it back down. She'll push it to the middle of the field. That'll go to Cusada. Cusada goes to Maya Hurd. And Hurd will slide, but send that one out for a goal kick for the Blazers. Hurd, who is out of Vegas, went to Cheyenne there. Ball sent down the field. Hurd will send it right back. That was a goal kick by Perkinson. Went right to Hurd, sent it right back towards her. Ball tapped around. Rule will come out with it, and that'll go out off of Hurd for a throw for the Blazers. Blazers will make a sub going out. It's going to be Jana Gert. Throw in Blazers. Sevilla throws it in. Rule was trying to lomp it down the field but missed it. And Cusada will come up with it. Coleman trying to run this ball down, going a long way, but running it there, getting there first was Amanda Brandt. Throw in goes back to Jamison. Jamison trying to get through traffic. Ball will go to the middle of the field. Jamison trying to catch on to that one, and that'll be redirected back to the keeper in Huntamer. Annalise Huntamer out of Shorewood. And this ball will bobble around, taken by the middle of the field by the Chokers. Back to Cusada. Cusada couldn't quite get it around the last player for the Blazers, and that'll roll all the way back to Centralia, to the keeper and Huntamer. Drop kick goes high towards Stubb. Stubb settles it. Hallie will send it back to Sevilla, who will send it up the field towards Coleman. Rachel Rule will come back to it. Rule trying to send the ball backwards. That'll go out of play. Throw in coming for the Blazers. Throw in for the Blazers again. Throw in coming. Coleman will throw it in. Coleman sends it to the middle of the box. Novoworski turns, shot. Novoworski with the goal. Able to hit it on him. Turn. Ball rolls across the middle of the 18. And just like that, Gabby Novoworski puts the Blazers on top in the 28th minute. And the Blazers up 1-0 on Grays Harbor. Back it goes to Novoworski. Turns, trying to get the ball up to Ashlyn Rustin. Rustin turns back to Gabby. She'll send it to Sevilla. Lucy Sevilla down to Hallie Stubb. Stubb trying to get around Hurd. That ball will go to Wilson and off the outside of her foot. Throw in coming for the Blazers. Ball goes back to Sevilla. Sevilla crosses the field. Nobody was there to cross to. But the Blazers will get the ball back at midfield. Jamison calling for it. And this ball goes forward, trying to run it down. And does run it down just barely as Madison Hall, and she sends it out of play. Ball goes across, trying to lead Hurd. Hurd will run it down in the 18. Hurd stops, turns, Hurd. One inside and stopped. Great save by Haley Perkinson. Hurd tried to go near post. Nice juke, but read all the way by Haley Perkinson. Corner coming. And taking it will be Grace Harbor. Throwing the hand up is Rachel Rule. Rule turns, tries to hook it towards goal. That'll go off of Hurd, but off the wrong side of the head, and that'll go wide of goal and sent out a play by the Blazers. Throw in coming for the Chokers. Ball goes to the sideline and pushed out of play. Throw in coming for the Chokers. Chokers will throw in on the far side of the field. Trying to go to Rachel Rule. Rule, former Black Hills player. And sliding in was Chapin to clear that one out. And it'll be a free kick to the Blazers. As we are in the 31st minute. Free kick coming. Looks like a sub will check in for the Chokers. Next opportunity. Ball pushed out of bounds by Coker. And the Blazers will have a throw. Sub not ready to come in. Now she is after the next day available time. Coker will stop on a dime on the far sideline. Clears that one back. And the Chokers taking a lot of time and a very dangerous spot on the field. Pass goes towards Hurd. Maya gets cut off by Stubb. Ball down the field. Coleman trying to run it down. Natalie, can she get there? She can. Stops, turns, and they'll play it off of the Chokers, and it'll be a corner to Centralia. Hand goes up. Corner. Trying to float in. Tapped down by the keeper. Sevilla takes a deep shot. Lucy Sevilla cut off by Hurd was the keeper. Second shot crosses. Nobody there. Ball bounces over the top. Novoworski trying to settle it. Ball taken away down the far side by the Chokers. Good job by the Chokers to settle things down and get it out of there. But here come the Blazers right back. Pass goes forward, too long. That time it was intended for Ashlyn Rustin. Huntamer will get there. Huntamer, drop kick down the field. That'll be tapped away by Stubbs. Sevilla will run it down. Cleared up by Beard. Or Hurd, that is. Coleman bumped off the ball, but pushed out of play by Amanda Brandt. Chokers will now make their sub, as they'll have a throw in as well, see who goes out. And it looks like going out is Destiny Quezada. And Quezada's out of California. Checking in her place is going to be Adriana Huerta out of Ocasta. And Huerta was the player to score in the last game that the Chokers played against the Blazers. But Huerta looks like she's got a big wrap around. Well, a lot of the Chokers players have wraps around their from the knee up, a lot of them. And Huerta looks like she is not 100% coming in. Sevilla, big boot up the field. Rustin will knock it down. Hurd will clear that one down the field. Rachel Rule trying to run it down. Sevilla will play it out of bounds. That'll be a throw to the Chokers. I like the move by Grays Harbor to send Taylor Niles to the same side as Rachel Rule. They complement each other. They're both fast. They need to work together in tandem to get the ball up the field. Rule gets through the defense. Rule looking for a cross. Stops, turns. Rule too far ahead of herself, and that'll get poked out of play. Goal kick coming for the Blazers. Blazers will make a sub. Ashton Rustin goes out. Checking back in is Jana Gert. No, that's Sarah Williams that's going to play up top for the Blazers. Williams, a Centralia High School graduate, played defense most of her high school career. Now she's up at the forward spot for college, and ball goes through to Niles. Niles turns, shot, and that'll be caught by Haley Perkinson. Good catch by Haley. Ball headed backwards by Sarah Williams. Getting there first was Courtney Cashin. And the Blazers cross the field. Novoworski turns. Hull will send it towards the far sideline. Nobody there, and that'll go out of play. The win coming for the Chokers. Throw up the field. Can't keep it in play are the Blazers. Chokers will have a throw, and Coker will throw in. We are in the 37th minute. 1-0 Centralia with a lead over Grays Harbor in women's soccer action. Throw in down the far sideline. Blazers trying to run it down. That ball will keep on rolling. Blazers can't stop it. And that'll be a goal kick for the Chokers. Huntamer will set it. Huntamer down the field. Knocked away by Novoworski. Jumping in front of that one. Lots of contact between Hurd and that far side player. Both of them bumping as they run down the field. A little too much contact, but called in the favor of the Blazers. Big kick up the field, and that should have been a handball, not called. Bounces around, knocked down by Rule. Rule will be pulled down, and that'll be a free kick to Grays Harbor. Chokers will take it, and that'll be Taylor Coker. Coker, out of Aberdeen, has a big foot. Doesn't get all of that one, though. Gets over the top, and it ends up being a laser on the ground. Stubb, big kick. Halley, as Jamison turns on the jet trying to run onto it. Can't get there in time. Sub coming in for Grays Harbor. Quezada will check in. Emma Skinner will check out. And that'll move Taylor Niles to the middle of the field. She'll play the striker role now. Rule tried to backtrack to the ball, no good. Throw in for the Blazers. The official thought that there was a sub trying to come in, so he slowed the Blazers down. Ball goes over to Sarah Williams, tap back. Novoworski, and that one will go well wide of everything. Tried to one-time it, goes off the outside of the foot and bends away from everything. Huntamer will back up for this goal kick. Sends it high down the field. Tap forward by Coleman. Pushed over to Wilson. Alex took too long clearing that one out. And there will be a throw to the Blazers. Natalie Coleman going to throw in. This ball pushed high into the air by Huerta to Rachel Rule. Rule down this near sideline. Stubb going to try to cut her off. Rule gets around her. Rachel's still on it. Getting cut off by Lucy Sevilla. And that'll go out off of Rule, trying to do too much on her own. That was a good job by Sevilla and Stubb to just trap her and run her closer and closer to the sideline. That ball goes right back out of play, and that is Sevilla will throw in again. Lucy. And if you're the Blazers, you got to see that Adriana Huerta is not 100%. So wherever she's out on the field, play the ball to that because she's not going to be able to run with anybody. Go at her. Go at these players that are not 100%. There's one side of the field that everybody has a bandage around the top of their leg. Run down that side of the field. Use that to your advantage. Blazers back onto the ball. Coleman, too long to the sideline. Good opportunity by the Blazers, but a little bit too far ahead of Hutchings. Ball knocked down by the Blazers. Hurd comes up with it. Hurd. And there will be a free kick to the Chokers as Hurd and Hutchings go at it again. That time Hutchings a little over-aggressive. As we are in the 42nd minute, 3 minutes to go in regulation in the first half. Rule turns. Rule working that far side of the field now. Loses the possession. Up the field goes to Williams, Sarah Williams, and that ball will go out of play. Throw in coming for the Blazers. Thrown in quickly. Coker will cut it off and send it out of play. Throw in coming for the Blazers. And Hutchings will throw in. Sent right back out, so Hutchings will make her way from midfield down to about the 25 on throw-ins. Trying to get a cross in, but couldn't get all of the ball was Centralia. Rule's forward kick is blocked by Novoworski, but she'll keep it alive, and then she gets taken down. There's a free kick coming for the Chokers. I believe that was Sarson. Big kick sent up the field by Courtney Cashin. Sent right back to midfield by the Blazers back line. Throw in. Settled back. Cusada just rips that down the field. Nobody even close, and that will be a goal kick for the Blazers. So we have just under a minute to go here in the first half. 1-0 Centralia with the lead on the Grays Harbor Chokers. After a 28th minute goal by Gabby Novoworski. Ball thrown in. Rule will turn. Gets around Jamison, but doesn't get around Novoworski. Gabby moves to the middle of the field, playing it forward, trying to lead Sarson. Too long for Sarson. But here come the Chokers. Sarson turns back to the ball. Gets leveled, and there's a free kick right at midfield. That was more of the double O version of football than the U version. Novoworski through traffic. Stubb couldn't control it, and that ball will go back to Huntamer. We'll shrug everybody off. She'll take this goal kick, or that drop kick down the field. Novoworski back towards Sarson. Cleared up the field. Perkinson going to play a little keeper sweeper and pushes that one out of bounds. That was a big run by Taylor Niles. And Niles will throw in now. Shouldn't be too much time left here in this first half. Hurd will send that one out. And that is halftime. At the half, it is the Centralia Blazer women's soccer program 1, the Grays Harbor Chokers 0. We will be back with more and on the Port of Centralia halftime show here on the Eli Sports Network. And welcome back to Centralia Tiger Stadium. Tony Davila here, Heather Beatty running the production and the camera for me as the Centralia Blazers lead the Grays Harbor Chokers 1-0 in this NWAC West Region conference or game between these two schools. Centralia comes in at 1-7. Their one win coming over Grays Harbor. They're trying to keep the season sweep alive, and they did a good job of that. As the 28th minute, it was Gabby Novoworski with a blast from outside of the box, able to cross the goal and gets the ball by a diving Annalise Hunthamer, and the Blazers with the 1-0 lead. In the first go-round, it was 3-1 the Blazers with the win there, and Grays Harbor scored their one goal that they have scored in the West region, only their second goal of the season. Centralia scored 3 in that. They've got 5 goals for in the region, and now they have 6, so doing a little bit better, showing a little bit more pace and momentum, getting up the field a little quicker, and using a lot of timing as they have gotten going up and down the field. And it's been some different players, because usually it's the Gabby Novoworski show, but Taylor Sarson has done a good job. Jana Gert coming in and getting the start has really sparked this offense. Amanda Jamison has been showing some runs, but Natalie Coleman coming off the bench. Coleman's a normal starter, sophomore that played last year from Kalama, and it seems to have sparked her a bit coming in as a sub instead of as a starter, as she's been able to get up and down the field a little bit more and help out this offense for the Blazers that has been struggling for a bit. But there's been a lot of movement up the field. Blazers have spent a lot of time on Grays Harbor side of the field, but Grays Harbor, they've had some good combinations to get up the field, but it ends up being a one-person show, and the defense for the Blazers came to play in this one, and they're cutting off and using better angles, pushing players towards the sideline to use the sideline as an extra defender. But it's been a lot of Grays Harbor's own mistakes that have cost us them in this one. There's been a lot of big kicks up the field to nobody in particular, or a 1-2 combo, or just a bad pass to the sideline that's too long in front of somebody that they haven't been able to connect with. But right now, Centralia showing what they possibly could be against some of these other teams where they're connecting on passes. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what we've seen for a while from this Centralia Blazers team. And it's been a lot better of a game for that I have seen for the Blazers this season. But yeah, they have done a lot, and we are proud to be doing more Centralia Blazer stuff. It'll be right here on our Twitter. We have some volleyball coming up. We'll have men's and women's basketball, plus baseball and fast pitch coming up in the spring. Basketball we will do a lot of, because I literally live 2 seconds away from the gym, so not that hard to get there. Well, I do work, but we do other things too. The Eli Sports Network. We are with the NFHS Network as well. Did a football game earlier. The Kennedy Catholic Lancers won 45-42 over the Todd Beamer Titans. That was all the way up in Burien. Did that one earlier. That was a pretty fun football game to do. And I'll do a lot more soccer. I am the Eli Sports soccer guy, I guess. I do a lot of soccer action. I'll have more next week, I am sure, and I will be doing a majority of the 3A, 4A state soccer tournament as well. I will call all of the finals pretty much for that. And so, yeah, that will about wrap it up for the halftime show. And again, the Centralia Blazers lead the Grays Harbor Chokers 1-0 at halftime. We'll be back with the start of the second half after this on the Eli Sports and Eli Sports Network. And welcome back to Centralia Tiger Stadium. Tony Davila here. Heather Beatty running the production and camera for me as Paul Beatty is running around places talking to people. Of course, if you've met Paul, you know he's a talker. And he is taking pictures as well. The Blazers come in with a 1-0 lead on Grays Harbor coming into the second half. The Blazers, I've liked what they've done so far, but with how well the back line has played, I would move Gabby Novoworski up to more of an attacking role and probably move either Jana Gert or Lucy Sevilla to the middle of the field to cover where Novoworski has been playing, just so that you have a huge foot that will shoot from anywhere and just have that ability to control, get on ball, and make some stuff happen down the field. They need a distributor, and she is a player that can do that for the Blazers. She can get up and press, do a lot more, have Taylor Sarson maybe and Sevilla move to the middle and play too high with 4 in the mid and 4 in the back line. That would be the best bet to help out the Blazers coming up and down the field. As not sure if it is going to be Haley Perkinson again in goal, and it looks like it will be Haley coming out for the second half, as sometimes Kylie Russell comes in to play goal, but no, it'll be Haley Perkinson in goal for the second half, as well as for the rest of the game, and Annalise Hunthamer is still in goal for Grays Harbor. Taylor Niles will get things going for Grays Harbor. Also out there is Maya Hurd. Hurd has moved up the field. Now she's playing forward. She started out as a defender, but now she'll be playing more of a striker for wing role for Grays Harbor. As we wait, and now we have the start of the match. Ball will roll back to Destiny Cusada. Cusada clears it up the field. Coker gets onto it. Stubb tries to send it to the middle of the field. She will, but that'll be taken by Courtney Cashin. And Cashin will try to lob it up the field. Rachel Rule will settle it. Goes behind Niles. Niles will get there. Taylor turns. Looks to cross the field towards Huerta. Huerta through traffic will lose it, and Novoworski will launch it up the field. Coker will miss, and that'll go out, as she just was able to get a touch on it, but didn't get the shot she wanted down the field. Throwing in will be Hutchings. Hutchings goes to Jamison, back to Lindsay, trying to center it. Hutchings cross this time. Rule gets ahead on it. Cleared out of there by Cameron Cashin. Taken by Hallie Stubb of the Blazers and sent back to Madison Hull. Hull's pass to the sideline goes to the coaching staff. And it'll be a throw to Grays Harbor. Header goes forward by Novoworski. And then the launch clearance goes right into Novoworski's chest. She's going to shake that one off. And that'll go out of play. Throw in coming for the Blazers. Coleman trying to get a give and go with Stubb. Plays it too far up the field. And that will go out for a throw for Grays Harbor. Rule juggles it around. Works that far sideline. Keeps the ball in play. Nice job to get that forward. Stubb turns and pushes it out of bounds. Throw in coming for the Chokers. Chapin will shield off the defender, and that gets cleared out of play by Stubb. And the Timberwolves youth team, ball shaggers, go out there and grab the spare ball. Ball will go out of play off of the Blazers. Throw in coming for the Chokers. And it looks like going over to throw in is going to be Alex Wilson. Wilson backs up. And there's a deep clearance by the Blazers. Only player back there is Amanda Brandt. Brandt went back to her hometown of Aberdeen to grab that ball. It was just one that was down the field. Throw in coming for the Chokers. Wilson will throw in again. Wilson also from Aberdeen. Quite a few Aberdeen players playing for Grace Harbor. Coker, Brandt, Wilson, and Caitlin Reeson, the backup goalkeeper, is also from Aberdeen. Hurd sends this to the middle of the field. That'll go off the knee of one of the Blazers and scooped up by Haley Perkinson. Haley, drop kick over the head of Hutchings. Coker will pop it up, but that'll go to Novoworski. Novoworski pass through, trying to go to Sarah Williams. She'll run the ball back down. It will Gabby. It'll go to the middle of the field. Sarson trying to cross to Jamison. Cut off. Nicely done by Coker. Rachel Rule will take over in the middle of the field for the Chokers. She'll get it right back from Amanda Brandt. That's taken away from behind by the Blazers. Ball headed around midfield, back and forth. A little bit of volleyball came into play. And knocked back by the Chokers. Ball will go to the back line. Shielding off is Destiny Cusada. Cusada goes to Coker. Coker had a little bit too much on that one. And now there's going to be a run down the field. Sarah Williams trying to run onto it. Jamison mishandled that, but it was still a good mishandle as it goes off the face of one of the Chokers, and it goes to one of her teammates. Sarson steps on the ball, keeps it alive, and sends it to Novoworski somehow. Her shot goes into the back of Sarah Williams. And now it'll stay at midfield. Back it goes to Novoworski down the sideline. Too long for Hutchings. And that's one that softer touch sometimes helps. You can't launch it every time. That is Coker throwing in. Header goes back by Cusada. Cusada sends it down the field. Hull made a better run on it, but kicks it out of play. Should have probably just shielded off and let Perkinson come out and grab it. Throw in. Goes high. Hurd trying to run it down. Rachel Rule will take a shot. Skies it over the crossbar through the uprights. That is the 00 version of football, not the U version, so that does not count. Perkinson backs up, sends it down the field. Novoworski turns. Has time, sends it up the field. Jamison going to run it down. Can she get there in time? No, that's a great shield off. Amanda Brandt able to hold off long enough for Huntamer to get there. Novoworski gets on the end of that drop kick. And that'll be a throw-in for the Chokers. And Taylor Coker will throw in. Coker backs up. Hutchings puts a head on it. Hutchings will run it back down, keeps it low. Ball goes to Coleman. Coleman's shot goes right at the keeper. Huntamer catches it on the bounce. Needed to go opposite post. Instead, she went right at the keeper. Sevilla let that ball. She thought it was going to roll out. It ends up being a long run down the sideline. Sevilla backtracks, though. Ball be sent back over to the Chokers. Chokers, Huerta plays it in. Ball knocked away by Hull. And this cross will go out, nobody there, and that'll be a goal kick for the Blazers. Perkinson will take it. Sub will check in first, possibly. Yeah, Sub will check in. Going out, Sarah Williams. Checking in is going to be, I believe, that is Lauren Denholm. Perkinson. Down the field to Hallie Stubb. Stubb gets one through. Back to Stubb. Stubb to Denholm. Back to Stubb. Works that far sideline. Hallie Stubb gets it around. Trying to work it into the 18. Back to Stubb. Hallie with a shot will go wide of everything. But a good attempt through traffic. That'll be a goal kick, and Huntamer will take it. She's been playing it to the same side every time. So that's where all the Blazers go. And it's worked forward by Hutchings. Hutchings' pass is cut off, though, by Cusada, and that'll go out for a throw for the Chokers. Chokers will look to make a sub as well. Going out is going to be Amanda Brandt. Checking in. I'm not sure who that is checking in. That looks like that's 5. Emma Skinner back in. She started the match. Cusada can't run that down. It'll be a throw for the Blazers. Goes right back out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Chokers. And Hurd will throw in. Over the top, trying to go to Rachel Rule. Rule can't control it. Throw in for the Blazers. Hutchings will throw in. 56th minute, 1-0 Centralia. Blazers on top of the Grays Harbor Chokers, and there is a yellow issued to Hutchings as her and Rule get tangled up, and that was one that looked like inadvertent contact. But the official might have saw something that I didn't. He was a little bit closer to it, but Hutchings picks up a yellow in the 56th. Taking this kick will be Cusada. Cusada tried to get underneath it, wanted a better ball than that, didn't work out. That gets punched out of bounds by Sevilla of the Blazers. Throw in coming for the Chokers. Throw goes backwards. Batted around. Stubb comes out of the pack with it. Rule fights back for it. Plays it over to Wilson. That'll go off of Stubb and out of play. Throw in. Far side of the field. Wilson will throw in. Alex. High throw down the sideline. Can't keep it in play was Niles. That'll go back out. Throw in coming for the Blazers. And Lucy Sevilla will throw in. Novoworski turns and clears that one up the field. Keeper taps it to herself. And official was looking for a foul to happen, but did not happen. Good job by Huntamer to just bring that one in. Huntamer, drop kick. Goes to the far sideline to Niles. And that'll go out of play. Throw in to the Chokers. Chokers waiting on the ball. As the Timberwolves. Morton White pass. Youth team. They are the ball shaggers for this. Oh no, it is a free kick for the Chokers. Thought that was pushed out of play, but no, it'll be a free kick instead. Niles will take it, and that'll go well wide of everything and out of play. Goal kick coming for the Blazers, and Perkinson will take it. Haley sends it up the field. Rule will send it up to Niles. Niles looking to cross. Cross is there. Perkinson will catch it. A few times she's been called on tonight, and Haley has been there. Novoworski. Ball goes over to Coleman. Coleman to Stubb. Stubb pass through was cut off, but running back to it was Denholm. Cut off by the back line of the Chokers. Rule cut off by Hull. Madison Hull to the sideline. Stubb will keep it. And that'll go out off of the Chokers. Throw in coming for the Blazers. Sevilla will run up to throw in. Sevilla. That ball will be tapped out, and that'll go off of Stubb. She tried to play it off of the leg of Alex Wilson, and it bounced right back to her and off of her. Rule heads the ball straight into the air. That'll go out of play. Throw into the Blazers. Throw in, goes to the middle of the field. High kick up. Sarson over the top. Novoworski trying to settle it. Into the 18 she goes, and that ball will be pushed wide by Courtney Cashin. Cashin sends it out. Hutchings looking to throw it in quick to Gabby. Ball blocked back into the 18. Denholm trying to get there. Missed by the Chokers. And Cusada up the field. Ball goes back to Sarson. No, that's Denholm to Jamison to Novoworski. Back to Gabby Novoworski. She'll take a shot from distance, and that's blocked by Cusada. Hurd on a counter. Hurd moving down the field. Madison Hull will shield it off. Hurd keeps it alive, and Hull will send that one out of play. Throw in for the Chokers. But at this point, if you're one of the Blazers, you can't let it be the Gabby Novoworski show all the time. You can't just watch her shoot and take these shots. You got to open a lane, find a space, let her pass it to you so you can shoot too. There are a few players open that none of them were willing to take a shot. They kept on looking for Gabby to come over to help them out. You're a college player too. You're here for a reason. Rule cut off. Ball goes back to Gabby Novoworski. This ball will bounce into the box, and Haley Perkinson will scoop it up. That was Huerta with the big kick up the field. Perkinson gets under that one. Denholm trying to run it down. Lauren, she'll get there. Plays it over towards Stubb. Stubb going to try to run it down. She'll get there. Slows down, needs a crossing option. Can't get around the defender. Defender will just fall forward and get the call. 2 That ball will go right out of bounds. It looks like the defender on the far side for Grays Harbor is wanting a sub. She went running off the field like she needed someone to come in for her, but nobody's getting up. They don't really have any subs available. Throw in for the Blazers. Ball out of play. Throw in again for the Blazers. Crossed. Partially blocked. Stubb will settle it down in the 18. Sends it over. Denholm. Wide. No good. Goal kick coming, but a good opportunity. Good thought process to get that shot in. Huerta will check out. Ball will be taken by Coleman. Coleman was trying to get by Maya Hurd off of that goal kick, and Coleman too far ahead of herself, sends it out of play. The sub that checked in was Alicia Cervantes out of OMAC. Ball down the field. Hurd trying to keep it alive. Maya Hurd on the run. Hurd too close to the sideline. Long striding it out, but too long and too close to the sideline. Cusada tried to play it forward. That'll go out up the field to Lauren Denholm from Sevilla of the Blazers. Rachel Rule through traffic, and she goes down really hard. And there's a yellow to Hull in the 66th. So second Blazer player to get a yellow, and both of the fouls going against Rachel Rule. Sub looking to check in for the Blazers. See who takes this free kick. It'll either be Hurd or can't see the number of the other player. They'll move the wall back the 10 yards. Perkinson will get them where she wants them. Hurd will take the shot and right at Perkinson and will make the catch. Haley Perkinson on the spot. Big kick up the field. Coker puts a head on it. Ball up, trying to go to Coleman. Coleman tips it around one defender, trying to keep it alive. Coleman into the top of the 18, and too much contact. Pulls on the shoulder of Cashin to get an advantage, and that'll be a free kick. And Taylor Coker will take it for Grays Harbor. Hull clears high and out of bounds. Throw in coming. Taylor Coker will throw it in. A little with an assist from the fans. Coker high into the air. Rule trying to run it down off of the header from Hurd. Chapin playing good defense. Peyton Chapin. Cleared up by Hull. Hurd. Cross the field. Nobody there in blue. Nobody there in white either, and that just keeps on rolling for a throw-in for the Centralia Blazers. 68th minute. Centralia up 1-0 on Grays Harbor. As Taylor Sarson goes out now. Didn't see who checked in for her. Ashton Rustin back in. Cross, and Perkinson will make the catch. Perkinson, big kick up the field. Denholm puts a head on it, trying to get through as Coleman. That'll be sent high into the air and caught by Huntamer. Annalise. Sevilla trying to run it down, cannot get there. Getting there first is Taylor Niles. Niles looking to get across, and it goes off the back of a defender. Rule, turn, shot off the post and out. Goal kick coming for the Blazers. And Haley Perkinson will take the goal kick. Sends it down the field. Nobody home. Throw in coming for the Chokers. And Alex Wilson will throw in. Goes to Rachel Rule. And back to the back line. It stays on the back line for Grays Harbor. Denholm will win it. Stubb. Touch pass forward. Stubb now will get the ball back on the rebound. Plays it too long, and Huntamer will scoop it up. Annalise to the near sideline. Cut off. Pushed to the near sideline by Hutchings. Hutchings plays it forward. Stubb trying to run onto it. Huntamer slow to react. Ball blocked, and that should be a corner to the Blazers and will be a corner to Centralia, their second of the match. The Blazers looking to capitalize on a set piece. Throws the hand up and hooks it into the near side netting. No good. Huntamer will take it. And that is knocked down the field by Novoworski. Gabby turns, tries to cross the field. Coker heads it backwards. Coker will just push it wide. Good decision by Taylor Coker. Nobody in the area didn't want to swing at it wildly. And it'll be a throw, and Hutchings will throw it in. Lindsey Hutchings towards Jamison. Novoworski tried to destroy that, and it gets pushed out of play after it's blocked by one of the Grays Harbor defenders. Hutchings going to throw it in. Coleman, tap back to Hutchings. High cross. Gabby with a header over the crossbar, no good. Goal kick coming for Grays Harbor as we enter the 73rd minute. 1-0. The Centralia Blazers on top of the Grays Harbor Chokers. Knocked down by Hutchings, missed by Coker. Not going to be missed by Cashin. Deflected right back towards the goal. Stubb trying to run it down. She'll get there. Hallie keeps it alive. Her cross, and couldn't run onto it was Coleman because she was offsides. Grabbed by Huntamer. Far sideline, Stubb going to run it, let it go. And a throw in, Lucy Sevilla will throw in on the far side of the field. Back to Stubb, Hallie. Behind Denholm on that pass. Ashton Rushton to Jameson. Back to Nowoworski with a deep shot. And she just hit a 40-yard field goal. Huerta will check back into the match. Going out is Cusada. Huntamer takes the kick. Sent backwards by Huerta and sent out of play by the back line of the Chokers. Throw in coming for the Blazers. And Hutchings going to throw it in. Hutchings gets through traffic. Nowoworski in the top of the 18. Ball pushed to the middle by Cervantes. Cervantes down the field. Trying to get a lead pass over to Niles. But too long for Niles to get there. Throw in for the Blazers. Sevilla will throw in. Blazers play it backwards. Emma Skinner runs it down. Long kick, Skinner trying to come out, waiting for it is Perkinson, and she'll scoop it up at the top of the 18. Gets rid of it quickly, up to Jameson. Nowoworski will get there. Long, hard kick trying to lead Jameson. Too long, and that'll roll to Huntamer. That ball needed to have some float on it. Instead, it was a straight line on the ground. Ball out of play. Throw in for Grays Harbor. Chokers throw in. Rule will knock it backwards. Coleman to Hutchings. Hutchings to Denholm to Stubb. Stubb going to run by one defender. Stubb cross. Punched down by the keeper. It looked like she was going to punch it out, but Huntamer makes the catch. And Annalise Huntamer. Big drop kick down the field. Hutchings makes a run. Big slide by Cervantes and sends that one out. Hutchings to throw in. To Jameson. Cross goes right to the keeper, and Huntamer with the catch. Chapin knocks down the drop kick, but that'll go back to Rachel Rule. Rule will go back to Cervantes. Cervantes takes a bad touch. Jameson almost made her pay for it. That'll go to the middle of the field. Nowoworski to Jameson. Taps it around Coker. Jameson going to try to run it down. She'll get there. And Amanda Jameson's cross is caught by Huntamer. But that opening is there. They keep on using this near sideline. Just get a little closer, get a little more height on that, and have someone cover that back post. You're golden. Counter down the field. Shot goes well wide of everything. Goal kick coming for the Blazers. As making a long run down the field was Taylor Niles of Grays Harbor. Couldn't dial that one in, and it'll be a Haley Perkinson goal kick coming up. Perkinson, low line drive. Good heads-up play by Madison Hull to see that one all the way. Turns and sends it up the field. Rushton blocks a couple of passes forward, gets it right back. No, that is Lauren Denholm. Up to Amanda Jamison. Jamison on the sideline. Ball goes out. Couldn't keep it in. Throw in coming. Coker going to throw in. Sub going to check in first. And it looks like checking out will be Alex Wilson. Checking in for Wilson will be Cusada. Throw in. Novovorski knocks it away. Ball goes to Coleman with the shot. Natalie Coleman couldn't put it on frame. But what a shot from distance. Bends the wrong way. And it'll be a goal kick for the Chokers. And Huntamer will take it. Pushes it towards the far sideline. Stubb will let it go. And it'll be a throw for Sevilla and the Blazers. Down the far sideline. Niles going to make a run. Taylor Niles stops. Keeps it alive, trying to get around Sevilla, and that'll go well wide of goal. Instead of sending crosses in, she keeps on taking shots from odd angles. Send it back across the field. Hurd was pretty open. Perkinson to take this goal kick. Gets better lift on at that time, and there's going to be a foul as Rule goes down hard. And that'll be a free kick to the Chokers. And the Chokers are already short-handed. They can't afford to have anybody go out. As Rule gets a second to catch her breath. We are in the 81st minute. 1-0 Centralia on top of Grays Harbor. And NWAC West Region play. We're going to shake it off. Looks like it'll be Niles going to take it. Taylor tries to float it through, and that'll go right to Perkinson, who will make that catch. Coker, hard first touch. Ball comes over to Jamison. Jamison tried to get a poke through, and that ball will be scooped up by Huntamer. Switches sides of the field, and Sevilla will float one up the field. Coleman, headers all around. Back to Coleman. Handball not called, but Navorsky will have it. Over to Jamison. Amanda Jamison takes a shot, and that'll go well wide. Goal kick coming for Huntamer. And out of play off of Stubb. Throw in, sent back up the field. Jamison will have it. Keeps it low to Novoworski. Sidesteps one, can't get by Coker, but push right back up the field to Stubb. Stubb turns. Coleman wasn't prepared for the pass, and that gets pushed out of play by Emma Skinner. Throw in for the Blazers. Throw in. With 7 minutes to play. Ball will roll through. Looking for a cross is Centralia. Cross. Novoworski header over the crossbar. Goal kick coming for the Chokers. And Annalise Huntamer will take it. The Shorewood product. Hutchings knocks it down. Back to Novoworski, who shoots from distance. As the Blazers just start lobbing them from everywhere. Huntamer sets it on the other side now. Denholm will knock it down. Nobody in the area of that pass over by Coleman. Be pushed out of bounds by the Chokers, and a throw in to Centralia. Push to the middle of the field. Rushton trying to run it down. She'll get there. Plays it back to Hutchings to Novoworski. Tried to tap through. Getting there is Cusada. And Cusada will lob it out of play. Throw into the Blazers. Bounces around Novoworski, gets around Hurd. Novoworski still on it. Gabby plays it back, and Hutchings will take a deep shot, will go wide of goal. And it'll be another goal kick for Grays Harbor. Low line drive, gets by everybody. Hurd going to try to run it down. Rushton will get there, and that'll go out off of Hurd. Hutchings with a quick throw, knocked out by Coker. Hutchings will throw again. Goes to Novoworski. Chip back to Hutchings. Sends it into the box, and that'll be scooped up by Huntamer. Knocked down, goes to Rachel Rule. Back to Stubb. Stubb goes through, and a slide. Keeper misses it. Shot goes wide. Had an open goalkeeper, missed it, and missed the shot. Goal kick coming for the Chokers. Sub coming in. Alex Wilson checking back in. Huerta will check out. Ball goes down the field and sent out of play off of Sevilla. Throw in. Down the field. Knocked forward by the Chokers. Ball comes forward, and Stubb trying to work for it. Wilson will get there, and that'll go out of play. Throw in will go over to the Chokers. They'll say it got touched by Centralia. Cervantes will settle it. Stubb down the far sideline, but out of play. Ball juggled around. Rule tapped to herself. Plays it back to the back line. And Cashin. Novorski heads it forward. Trying to run it down is Denholm. Stubb keeps it alive. Goes to Lauren Denholm. Goes behind Jamison. Novorski will come up with it. And Gabby launches that into the leg of Maya Hurd, and that hurt. Ball will go out of play. Corner coming for the Blazers. Looks like Hutchings will take it. Third corner of the match for the Blazers, fourth overall. Hutchings places it. Everybody in the goal. Now everybody runs out of it for the Blazers. Back post, nobody there. Stubb going to run it down. Stubb will send it behind the goal. No good. Goal kick coming for Grays Harbor. To the far sideline. Sent backwards. Is that going to roll out for another goal kick for the Blazers? And it will. Their fourth. Blazers set it this time. See if they can't get a better one on this side of the goal this time. Sends it far back to the top of the 18. Run down the far sideline. There's a player in the middle of the field not looking for her, juggling through traffic. And Hurd comes up with it. Perkinson will get there. That was a long, long run by Taylor Niles. Niles made a good run. This time, Jamison's on side. Jamison gets behind the back line. Amanda Jamison looking for a cross. Gets the goal instead. Jamison with a shot. That was a crazy angle that somehow she got a shot on goal. And the Blazers 2-0 with Jamison from the weirdest angle. No chance on that, but gets the goal. And the restart happens, and that is the match. At the end of the match, Centralia comes away with the win 2-0 over the Grays Harbor Chokers, their second win of the season. And Gabby Novoworski and Amanda Jamison add goals. Novoworski's coming in the 28th minute in the first half. Jamison hits it in the 90th minute. And what a shot coming off the foot of Jamison. Wow. And just like that, the Blazers go to 2-7. Both of their wins coming against Grays Harbor. Time now for our Blazer of the game. I believe it is the Alderson's Awards West Blazer of the game. And I'll go Jamison. We've gone Gabby Novorski, I think, every other game, because usually she's the player that sticks out. But Jamison made some runs, was able to hit that goal late. So Amanda Jamison will be the player of the game for me for this one. All right, thank you for tuning in, watching, And I hope you have a good night. Keep on checking out the website. We'll have stories, pictures up from the games we've done today. Check out elisportsnetwork.com for games that we have coming up. We do a lot of high school stuff, so keep on checking us out. And thank you for viewing, and have a great night.